There's a beauty trend spreading across the world, one that promises a perfect body, curves in the right places, a smaller waist, a bigger everything else. It's called a Brazilian butt lift, or simply a BBL. And in recent years, it has quietly been gaining popularity across Africa. On the surface, a BBL sounds simple. Fat is taken from one part of the body and injected into another. No implants, no foreign materials, just your own body reshaped. Which makes it even sound safe, almost natural, like a small upgrade. But here's what they don't always emphasize in the ads. A BBL is considered one of the most dangerous cosmetic surgeries in the world.
Already the sister finished, okay? Sorry.
The danger comes from something most people have never heard of: a fat embolism. If fat is accidentally injected or enters the bloodstream, it can travel to the lungs and block blood flow. When that happens, the results can be fatal, and the margin of error is very, very small. Which means the difference between a successful procedure and a deadly one can come down to a few millimeters. Not exactly the kind of detail you see on Instagram or TikTok. Now, here's where things get more complicated. As global beauty trends spread, Africa hasn't been left out. Social media, especially TikTok and Instagram, have made certain body types more desirable than ever. Influencers, celebrities, music videos, and suddenly, a very specific body shape becomes the standard. A small waist, a fuller figure, and for some people, surgery starts to feel like the fastest way to get there.
Yash is not easy. To do Yash surgery, oh my God, there's a lot of work. Trust me, the stress getting your body done is very stressful.
There have already been documented cases in Africa where cosmetic procedures like BBLs have gone very wrong. In Kenya, a woman named Lucy Wamboi died after complications following a cosmetic surgery linked to body enhancement. She reportedly experienced severe pain and breathing problems shortly after the operation. Her condition worsened, and later, she died. The case even went to court, with allegations of medical negligence. In Nigeria, there have been multiple reports over the years of women dying after cosmetic procedures, including BBL-related surgeries.
A Nigerian woman allegedly died after a procedure to get the BBL.
I got my body done, and I can say it was the worst mistake of my life.
Some even have video evidence, and you don't want to see it because it's extremely graphic and extremely disturbing. When a BBL goes wrong, it goes very wrong. Some experienced complications days later after the surgery. Others underwent additional procedures trying to fix the first one, which only made things worse. And this isn't entirely new. Even years ago, Nigeria's former First Lady, Stella Obasanjo, died following complications during cosmetic surgery. So imagine if a First Lady had a BBL. I'm sure the entire nation followed suit. Different procedure, same reality. When things go wrong, they can go very, very wrong.
Hey guys, how are you? I'm in pain. I'm in so much pain. Whew.
Now here's where the story shifts. Because this isn't just about individual decisions. It's about a system. A system where beauty standards are constantly evolving. Social media amplifies these standards because for men, or maybe for the majority of us, whenever we log on to Instagram or TikTok, the first few, or the first even, maybe let's say 3 videos that we see on Reels, bro, you know, it's beautiful women who are very, you know, unnatural. If you see their bodies, they are just perfect. Most of these ladies have these BBLs, and it's a sad reality. But these days, if a woman wants to hit, or if a woman wants to be, you know, it wants to be considered an influencer, some have to go through it, and an industry has grown around them. The global cosmetic industry is worth billions of dollars, and BBLs are one of the most in-demand procedures, which means there's money to be made, and a lot of it.
But if you want to accentuate what you've already got and create a shapely physique, a Brazilian butt lift might be right for you. During the procedure, liposuction is used to collect unwanted fat from areas of the body like the tummy, thighs, and lower back. The collected fat is carefully processed and strategically injected into areas around the buttocks and hips to enhance your natural curves. The result? A fuller behind with a slimmer tummy and thighs.
But in Africa, the situation becomes even more complex because regulation varies. Some clinics are highly professional, others not so much. In some cases, procedures are done with limited oversight. Standards are inconsistent. Follow-up care is inadequate. And when something goes wrong, accountability isn't always clear. Now combine that with high demand and you get a risky environment. But let's go deeper, because the real question isn't just why are people getting BBLs? It's why do some people feel that they need to change their body in the first place? Beauty standards don't appear out of nowhere. They are shaped by culture, by media, by history, and yes, by preferences like dating. In many societies, certain body types are rewarded. They gain more attention, more validation, sometimes even more opportunities. And once a standard becomes popular, people start chasing it. No one usually forces anyone to get the surgery. That's not how it works. The pressure is quieter. It's in comments, comparisons, social media likes, doom scrolling, and expectations. It's in the idea that this is what beauty looks like, and if you don't match it, you are somehow behind. So people adjust, sometimes with workouts, sometimes with fashion, and sometimes with surgery. The problem is, while trends change quickly, the consequences don't. A trend can disappear in a few years, but a surgical complication, that can last forever, or even worse. And that's what makes this different from most beauty standards, because this one comes with real risk. So Africa has now found itself in this position. Global trends arrive, demand grows, industries follow, and people adapt. But the question remains, at what cost? Because behind every trend, there's always a deeper story. And in this case, it's not about beauty, it's about risk, pressure, and the lengths people are willing to go to meet a standard. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kix Lion, and in this channel, I do a deep dive of things that affect Africa, prisons, traditions, you name it. So please consider subscribing and join the culture, and I'm sure we'll have fun. See you in the next video. Peace.